Hi, Kevin Watch. I'm going to talk about the media and the whole grooming of Barack Obama, Rush Limbaugh, Glenn Beck, Sarah Palin, the whole thing. Look, if you read the tag, Rush Limbaugh is a liberal, Barack Obama is a conservative. You think that's so far out there? Well, it's not. It's not. And I'm going to show you. Listen, why is Rush Limbaugh a liberal and does what he does? It's real easy. Money. Hello. Elton John sang at his wedding. Come on. He's been married 4 times. Think about the guy. Think about the man, what he's up to. I have been accused of being too Freudian. I am extremely Freudian. I really am. I believe all of it. The Iraqi war, George Bush, all of it comes down to sex, comes down to freaking personal agendas. Power in America, money is sex. Don't kid yourself. And if Rush Limbaugh isn't proof of that, think about it. Okay, say if Rush Limbaugh is a guy that's hanging around and he's a plumber. Do you think that guy ever get laid? Never. Never. Look at his wife. She's a pretty good looking female. You know, he's been through a few. That's what his agenda is. You know, he's been married 4 times. You know, Elton John sang at his wedding. Think about it. Think about it. He's this guy. Think about Elton John as far as what he spews. Elton John stands for everything that Rush Limbaugh is against. Rush Limbaugh is no freaking conservative wacko. Now, granted, guys like Glenn Beck, George Bush, they believe in what they say because it's like this. Guys like that, I say it this simple, it's like the old Cheech and Chong movie. Hey man, I used to be all fucked up on the dope, man. Now I'm all fucked up on the Lord. That's what they are. Now look, Glenn Beck believes it because he's a wacko. He's like George Bush. They freaking recovering cocaine, alcoholic addicts. And if any of you have ever been to a fucking AA meeting or NA meeting or a fucking A meeting, whatever, GA, you know what they do. They jump from one extreme to the other. You know, that's what they do. Glenn Beck was in the freaking gutter, hardcore, wiped out alcoholic. George Bush, same thing. His own mother said it. His own mother said. He says right after he read the Bible back to back twice, she was like, oh my God, she could see him going to the radical extreme. You know, and everybody thinks, oh, I'm just a Bush hater, I'm a Republican hater. Not true. I love George H. Bush in so many ways. He was a brilliant man. He stood for a lot of good things. Now, I disagreed with him in a lot of things, but I respected him as the man. I sure respected freaking his wife, too. I did respect the man. You know, he stood up and went to war, not like a draft-dodging punk like his freaking son. You know, he was a good baseball player. He was intelligent. He got through Yale without cheating and having somebody do his freaking shit. Now, as far as Barack Obama, he's a conservative. He is a conservative. We've had 5 consecutive Republicans. We haven't had a freaking Democrat in the White House since Lyndon Johnson. Seriously. I take it back. Richard Nixon's the last freaking liberal we had. Seriously. You think I'm kidding? Okay, why is Barack Obama conservative? Because that's who he is? No. Because he has to be. He has to be. He has no choice. He has no choice. Look, he came onto the scene, went into the White House, he was liberal. They showed him the way real quick, didn't they? Why? You think, oh, it's the special interest and it's the power and the money. Yeah, but why? How are they empowered? Popular opinion in America. Popular opinion is ignorant. It has been groomed. It has been molded. Barack Obama knows if he's going to hold power and get anything freaking done at all, he has to freaking march to these morons' beat. Why? Because the middle-class, white, so-called middle class who's not middle, the average middle class person in this America has $70,000 to the negative on their balance sheet. The so-called middle class is no more middle class. In my book, Post-Interest, I write a lot about it. I have a whole chapter called Home, Happier, Homeless. The homeless over the last decade are in much better condition than so-called middle class in this America. But the white, middle class, middle-aged, freaking contemporized voter who's got the freaking, they have the platform in this country via Rupert Murdoch, via Fox News, via Rush Limbaugh, via Glenn Beck, via freaking Bill O'Reilly. You know, you think it's coincidence Bill O'Reilly, the famous quote on Colbert says, you know, I love, you know, everybody knows this quote. Colbert says, if you're an act, what am I? Of course it's an act. He's a smart guy. They're laughing all the way to the bank. It's like I put up my video about that piece of shit freaking Lou Dobb. Railing against illegals when he's got them freaking mucking stalls for him. And it's just, then he comes back and he says, oh, white boys won't North Americans, white boys, freaking African Americans, they won't muck stalls like these. He said that. He said that's what kind of racist fuck this guy is. Let me tell you something. I was a freaking multi-millionaire. Self-made. I still live in there. I muck stalls every fucking day. I'm in the racehorse and I'll muck stalls. I'll do it right now. I love the famous quote. Jake Delhomme said it. On his interview on Monday Night Football. The guy just won he was in the Super Bowl. Multi-millionaire. And they interviewed him on Monday Night Football and he's like, I would much rather be home mucking stalls with my dad in Louisiana, you know, at Evangeline. There you have it. So it's all bullshit. This is about, it's all Freudian. Same with freaking Limbaugh. That fat prick's from right here where I live, Idaho. He's a phony piece of shit. You think, say he was a plumber in Idaho, you think that guy ever get laid? Look at him. Please. Please. Yeah, you can say I'm Freudian, I'm sick, whatever. That's what these guys are about. Rush Limbaugh. Rush Limbaugh doesn't believe one word of his own thing. He's a smart guy. He's one of the richest men in America. I mean, this man had the ability to freaking almost buy an NFL franchise. You know, that's how rich he is. He doesn't believe, he's a liberal. Barack Obama's conservative because he has to be. We've had 5 consecutive conservatives. I write about it in my book, Post-Ignorance, you know, all over. Now, Glenn Beck, wackos like that. Now, Sarah Palin, she's just pulling a moron, you know. She just following along. She just you know, it just proves to you, you can get rich lucky in this country. And we live in this jackpot economy. As we live in America, you get rich on freaking by default and accident. Right place, freaking right time. She just kind of, one of those anomalies that just kind of molded through. She's dumber than freaking 2 sticks. Yes, she's rich. But I'll put up another video about wealth in America. It's one of the big subjects. Wealth in America is not money. Never has been. Wealth is not money. You know, so just because someone has a bunch of money means jack. I've had a lot of money. You know, I'm poor now. I've been rich. I've been poor several times in my life. Money is not wealth. Stay with me. Kevin Blanche. February. Be March what? Next couple days. 2011.